because I am working in agriculture, and agriculture is needed for the food security. That means feeding the 207 million people of Pakistan. So, and it depends on land, it depends on water, and it depends on climate or environment. So all three, drastically affect in terms of climate change to the agriculture. And government in the public sector is realizing this point, and they started or launched several projects in this sector. That's been water, in the irrigation system, and having the crops with the low delta water requirement, and also to adapt to the changing temperatures and the other parameters of climate. We have already faced a lot of floods and droughts already in our system, and we have very bad several crops. Therefore, we have to import cotton, for example, 4 million bales abroad. Therefore, there is a very challenging effect, and for that matter, government has to take certain measures for food security of the country. One is to have more water reservoirs, and the other one is to have an efficient irrigation system, because in this season, in 2018-19 season of the Rabi, our wheat is facing 38% water deficit for this crop season. For the policy matter is fine. We have a quite good policies, recently released, like on 29th May 2018, we released the National Food Security Policy. In April, we released National Water Policy. So these are very, historic, I will say, documents dealing with the climate change. But also they have they have the components with that. But the point is that there is a gap between policy and implementation. So the real task is that the government should initiate or launch those projects to implement the policy pillars.
How bad is the climate change for Pakistani economy?
For Pakistani economy, yeah, all over the world it has effect, like we have seen in smog in Lahore is a typical example, where every year we have the life got stand still, flight delays, the disease, the lung disease, the allergies, the eye sore, all those things. So it's a billion rupees loss each day, by such climate effect. Similarly, the floods and droughts, they have a very great toll on the common man and also on the economy, in terms of loss of animals, loss of crops, and the loss of housing for the poor people, and then the displacement, and then rehabilitation of those lands.